Brexit is starting to hurt business. The Royal Bank of Scotland has cancelled a $300 million contract with Infosys and IBM, potentially putting 3,000 jobs at Infosys at risk. Analysts worry that this loss may put the company's FY17 guidance in jeopardy. But not only Infosys, the entire Indian IT sector could be in for trying times. Here's a report. Bad news came in for IT major Infosys over the weekend, with RBS cancelling a 3-year, $300 million contract, $200 million being the likely exposure to Infosys. RBS has shelved its plans to start a standalone UK bank, Williams & Glyn, for which Infosys was a key tech partner. This comes at a time when Infosys is already under pressure after a tepid set of Q1 earnings for FY17. Analysts say this could be a downside risk to the company's recently lowered growth guidance of 10.5 to 12%. CLSA, for instance, expects FY17 revenues to be hit by $50 to $100 million and FY18 revenues by a larger $100 to $200 million. This will put the FY17 guidance at risk by 0.5 to 1%. Morgan Stanley expects the deal loss to hit FY17 revenues by 0.3%, but says the company may be able to meet the lower end of the FY17 revenue growth guidance. But this deal loss begs the question, is this just the tip of the iceberg for the sector?
We had that discussion when Brexit came out. We're going to have a couple of tough quarters. You have tougher visibility in anything that has to do with financial services. You have an industry that, as it is going through a very tough transition, so it's kind of an incremental risk to where we are right now.
The Brexit risk could be an overhang for the entire Indian IT sector. TCS has an 8% exposure to the UK, while 4% of Wipro's revenues come from the UK. HCL Tech also has a 4 to 5% exposure to the UK. Sources say Infosys is trying to minimize the impact on the 3,000 employees and absorb them into other projects. In an official statement, Infosys says, and I quote, Infosys has been a Williams & Glyn program technology partner for consulting, application delivery and testing services, and subsequent to this decision, will carry out an orderly ramp down of about 3,000 persons, primarily in India, over the next few months. End quote. In Mumbai, Kritika Saxena.